Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Play action. It's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Carr. And that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. One of those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This from 32 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Dalton now to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The Saints sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 10, Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw here, Dalton.
Locates Kamara on the out route.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
And that flag accepted.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr, escaping the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carr again here on 2nd and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there. Make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way. Makes a great play on the football and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the giver speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together. And we're capable of doing so.
Carr now on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, he gets this to Davante Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Carr to throw again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, but keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And a throw right sideline is complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 1, Carr.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Jacobs is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Jacobs.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Raiders 10, Saints 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
44. Go here. Yes.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run it down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
A officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now to the air, Dalton.
That is caught by Llroe. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Wants to try to end the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the 6.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara,
A 3-yard touchdown run.
and the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Carr now on 1st down. And it's complete to Adams. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. action. Now it's Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
From the 29, Dalton. And the Raiders have got him.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Got an open man. It's Llroe.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Trying the left side with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
368.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Coming left is Kamara. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. Wants to look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On first down, Carr.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Adams the man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Heads up.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on third and inches.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
93,
On 2nd and 9, Dalton tries the left side and finds Llroe. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Watch it. Here we go. Can.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Bilal Nichols in there to take him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Dalton. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Dalton sets up play action. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Bilal Nichols picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? So Dalton now. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Bilal Nichols able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go. Watch this, watch this, watch this.
Now Dalton. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's got room.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 22. Some quarterbacks just seem to have a knack for setting up the draw play, and he did it really well there.
And those guys who can do that well often are very good at play action too. And the beneficiaries, they're running backs and they're wide receivers.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll get this down to the 10. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on 3rd and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Carr now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They go with Jacobs. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Dalton.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he is going to have a Saints first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Carr to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. It was a